Hello, everyone. Hello, Facebook. It's been a while. You guys, I'm so excited to be here. Um, it's great to reconnect with everyone. I know I've been doing some IG lives. It's kind of easier to do an IG live only because it has to be done for my phone, and I can kind of move around with it and do it anywhere. For Facebook, I have to be on my computer because I don't actually do it from my phone. I don't have the app on my phone because it's too distracting. You guys, hello. Evely, Candace, Habime, Robin, good evening, everyone. Tegan, hi. Nicole, hi, it's so good to see you. Trish, hello. Lily, hi, how are you? Brittany, hey, honey. Hello, Lily, it's so good to see you. Jolene, Amy, what's up today, y'all? This is so great. Yeah, I've been a little quiet. Hey, Kimberly. Hey, Abby. Samantha. Hey, how are you? Um, it's so good. Hey, Karim. Hey, Chris. Hey, Ashley. Sandhya. Yeah. Ooh, Carissa. Kathy. Hey, you guys. How is everyone doing? Hey, Jenny. How's it going, you all? Nicole, Lizzie, Paige. Sorry if I miss a name. I don't mean to miss you on purpose. I'm just, the names just go by so fast. It's hard to catch them when it's scrolling super quick. Eileen, Magda. Hi, Magda. Nicole, Susan Wolf. Hey, girl. How are you, Carol? It's good to see you. How is everyone doing? So I was saying that I've been live. Hey, Rocky. I've been live on Insta, and Insta is just this great platform because it's easy to do from my phone, and it's, I can kind of do it anywhere. And I don't have Facebook app on my phone, so I have to do it from my computer. So that's why it's harder for me to have to arrange a time and actually be here to do my live here. Hey, Chota. Yeah, I know, the castor oil packs are amazing, right? Hey, lots of pizza. Anna Coffin. Hey, girl. Haven't seen you in a while. Pam, Susan Smith. Hey, everyone. Hey, Tina. Hey, Amethysta. Missing the mastery. I do, too. I miss my mastery group so much. You guys were amazing. We had such a good time. It was just, we went hardcore. We went really deep into our stuff, and it was so great to do. Nicole says, I've been committed. Jessica, hi. Committed to no fat except avocado and coconut, ready for the detox. When? It's coming, you guys. Are you all on my mailing list? If you're not on my mailing list, you need to be on the mailing list. It's muneezaahmed.com. Sign up at the very top, and you will be the first to receive my newsletters about the cleanses and about what's coming. And it's all coming, so I wanted to get on here and actually talk with you about it. Hey, Tracy. Nice to see you too, honey. First day, hi. Paige is doing a castor oil pack right now. Ooh, that's awesome. Abby, you signed up for the webinar. Awesome. I know the webinar notification is going. It just went out on Instagram, and it's going out on Facebook very soon. And if you're on, hey, Jess Torres, how are you, honey? Carol McAllister, hi. See, now, Carol, I have your real name, which is so much more helpful. So I see some of you on, Insta. I see you here. Thank you for showing up. Hey, Karen. Hi, honey. How are you? And I miss the mastery too. Candace, hi. It's so good to be back here. Tracy says she just ate her adrenal snacks. That's so awesome. Susan Gabriel, hi. Hey, Jeanette, honey. I miss you, girl. You're one of my dearest sisters, and I miss you so much. Chris, it's so good to see you. I hope you're doing amazing. Lisa, hey. Ina Comans, hey. Kathy Loso, hi, how are you? Kaneen, hi from Windy Desert. That's amazing. So I got something to share with you all today. Just real quick. Just a real quick thing. You know how I still like to share, some cool products and some cool stuff that I like and I think would work for the tribe. So I'm going to share something real quick with you. Hey, Anastasia. Hey, Paula. Hi, Adele. Oh my gosh, you guys are like rocking it. Eileen, Jessica, so crazy here. It's amazing. We're having a little party. Hey, Elena Mortali, how are you? Hi, Eileen Ansley. Ben, hey, Ben, how you doing? Hey, buddy. Jessica's got her lemon ginger honey water. That's so cool. Oh, so cool. Hey, Amy. All right, so product I want to share with you right here. It's called Kedua, and it's called Alchemist. And this one is jasmine. It's my favorite scent. But if you guys are super sensitive to even natural scents, some of you are so sensitive to even essential oils, right? So I know so many of you are sensitive to essential oils. Hey, Shanti and Rasa, how are you? Hey, Amy. How do you sign up for the webinar? There's a link coming very soon to sign up for the webinar. So yeah, I'm going to be posting the webinar link here, so just wait for it. We're going to be sharing that in just a moment. Hey, Shweta, how are you? Hey, Catherine, Athena. Whew, love it. So yeah, so this I was sharing, if you're sensitive to essential oils, if you're sensitive to natural perfume, if you're sensitive to anything, you can use this. It's just a mist, so it's really light, and it sprays out. I don't know if you saw that. It just kind of sprays out, and you can like do that on your body. You can do it in the space around you, and it really just changes the energy of the space. And it's a beautiful mist. It's one of my favorite products. That's right, the link is live on IG right now for the webinar. So go on there and check it out. I will be posting the link here very soon. It will come up on Facebook very soon. So the webinar is happening on the 29th of April, and I cannot wait to share and chat with you guys more about stuff and more about detox and more about, yes, Kathy Loso, you could actually use this. It's really gentle. It's got just, what it smells like, I'll tell you. You know when you walk by a jasmine plant or a jasmine bush and you walk under it and you smell it, you're like, oh, that smells so great. And it's just a little whiff of it, and you walk by it, and that's all you get. And you smell the whiff, but it's not overpowering. It's really gentle, and it doesn't really trigger anything in people. Like if you're really super sensitive, you can probably handle this. It's called Kedua. Kedua. Kejiwa. I love this thing. I love it, love it, love it. It's going to be 8 p.m. Sorry, no, it's 8 p.m. is for this live today, and the webinar is 4 p.m. Eastern. It's April 29th. It's a Sunday, and it's 4 p.m. You know why we did 4 p.m., people? Rachel, thank you for posting the link. Rachel's just posted the link, so if you guys want to jump on and sign up for the webinar, go now. Here's the link. Just it's called do you wear it, or it's just for the air? You can do both. You know where it stays the most is if you put it in your hair. If you put it in your hair, just like that, it'll hold it in your hair more than on your skin, and you can definitely do it in the air around you. It's just so incredible and beautiful and so delicate. You're the best, Rach. I love you so much. Rachel is the backbone of my business. I absolutely love her. She's a sister and a soul sister, and I wouldn't be here without her, literally. Shout out to Rachel. She's like right here. So Kedua, Kejiwa. If you Google them, there's really no name like it, so you will find them. But join the webinar. Join the webinar. We just posted the link right here, and if you're interested, just click on it and go do that. Thanks for the link. Yeah, anytime, you guys. So, all right. Melting hearts for the work you do, Rachel. Yeah, it's so deep, right? It's this, you and I share this passion of being able to support people with their greatest dreams and being able to live our lives from that soul place that for so many of us is hard to find. And that's why Carol signed up. Awesome. Mary, hi. And I want to just share, Rachel and I, we work so well together. She's an awesome, like I said, she's the backbone of my practice and my business. Like without her, I wouldn't be here. But she helps me in ways untold. And one of the things we share in common is that both of us want to help women achieve their dreams, and people achieve their dreams and really like work from the soul. And she does it from a different place, and I do it from the place of bringing people back into harmony with themselves, body, mind, and soul, and just helping you understand that a dream is even possible, that you can get there, and all of us need support. Like, we're supporting others, but we all need support. And it's so crucial to have that. You guys signed up. What is the webinar about? It's about intuitive detox. It's about why it's important. It's about why we need it. And it's just a super, super critical, important thing to understand what intuitive detox is. First of all, I'm going to explain what detox is. Then I'm going to explain what intuitive detox is. So check it out. The link is right up here. You guys can sign up right away. It's going to be awesome. And it's going to be about support. And yes, what you need is support, Nicole. So we will be talking about how important it is to get support and how you can. And there's going to be a really special surprise on the webinar, you guys. Click on the link to find out more about it. It's a special surprise just for you all. So if you want to know more about this, sign up, sign up, sign up. I cannot even tell you how great it's going to be. Anna, you would love, Anna Coven, your comment here, you would love the Kedua. It's so, so delicate. You can barely smell it, but it's enough, to give you that. I wanted to talk about this product because it's so important for people who are so incredibly sensitive, even to natural things, even to, I'm not even talking about sensitive to fragrance or like synthetic stuff. I'm talking about sensitive to essential oils and sensitive to the real stuff because it's so potent. And you can get this in a way that's really gentle, really amazing, and will love your body back. And you will love it. So that's completely amazing. Sign up, sign up, sign up. Please go on. The links are all being posted here. I cannot wait for you guys to join me there. So I wanted to talk today. The reason that I haven't been on is because I needed to take some time. We did a 3-month program with Mastery, and that took a lot of my focus and energy. And I wanted to be there for that group. It was a 3-month, really intense program. And after I was done with that, I needed a social media break. I needed to back off a little bit and rejuvenate myself. And now I'm sort of done, rejuvenating, although we're never really done rejuvenating, right? And coming back to this, I'll tell you one thing I did today, I haven't done in a long time, is I took a really amazing afternoon nap. And those things rejuvenate me like nothing else. So I am grateful. I'm focusing on getting more sleep. And I'm focusing on, taking care of myself so that I can come back and give to a whole other program that we're going to be doing very soon. And the cleanse is coming right after that. Chantal says, could you mix it with coconut oil to use as a moisturizer? P.S. You are awesome. Aw, thank you. You could. It's very light. So pretty much every time it touches something, it's very mild. It's just like the flower. Like you smell it for a bit and it's gone. So it's very, very light, but enough to give you a little bit of that aroma. So when people meet me, when I'm wearing it, they say, oh, what is that smell? It's very mild, but it's so pretty. So that's what that is. Yeah. So I don't know if it will work in lotion. If you have something completely fragrance-free or coconut oil, you can try it, but it's water-based, so it may not mix very well. Just, you'd have to try it. I couldn't speak to that. All right, you guys. So I wanted to share today about, why I'm doing this webinar. It's this webinar coming up. We're going to be talking about why detox is important. If you guys saw my live the other day on IG, some of you did. I got pretty raw and real in that live, So I wanted to share because, I had experienced, I'd heard about someone very close who had passed, and it was a child, and it just made me realize that we need this work more than ever right now. We need to understand that detox is our armor. Detox is the reason that we live this lifestyle. It's so critical to understand how important this detox piece is. Some people will come to me, and I've been working with clients that Anthony has been sending me since 2014. So it's over 4 years, and literally been working with people day and night, 6 days a week, most of it, for so long. And it's our lifeline is eating and drinking in a way that we're protecting our bodies from the poisons that surround us. And we are living in a poisonous world. We are living in a toxic world. And you've heard me say this so many times. But hey, Megan, how are you, honey? So we're living in a toxic world, and this toxic world means that we have to protect ourselves. We have to take care of ourselves. We have to really, really understand why we eat this way. Like when people say to me that, you know, when people say to me, you know, there's no, you know, can I only do this for 2 weeks? Or can I only, you know, when can I go back to eating eggs? Or when can I go back to eating gluten? Do I have to eat like this for the rest of my life? I'm not saying that you do. I'm saying that it's important for you to understand what works for your body, but also to understand how critical it is to protect yourself. So, you know, a lot of us, hey, Maura, hey, Melissa, Paula, thank you, honey. Hey, Paula Cerquera, how are you? Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's so important to understand that, you know, if you're walking through a jungle and you know that there'll be lots of insects around you and there'll be lots of, you know, bugs, what are you going to do? You're going to dress to protect, right? So you're going to wear clothing that will cover all open skin. You might find some even natural, you know, insect repellent, or you might wear a mask, or you might wear a hat, or you might wear stuff in a way that you won't get bitten, right? So if you can walk through the jungle safely. And we understand that for environments like the jungle, but we have to understand that for our environments here and now. It's so important to understand that our earth is being slowly poisoned over a long period of time. Pretty much since the Industrial Revolution happened, you know, the poison levels have gone way up. I mean, I'm talking about fluoride in our water, and I'm talking about you know, genetically modified food that's everywhere. And I'm talking about the air being sprayed with chemtrails. So our food, water, and air, the three most important nutrients that we need is oxygen, H2O, and the food, and the glucose and the food that we eat is all not the cleanest. So how do you progress through that? So that's just one aspect of it. You know, that's all the, you know, the physical poisons, but then there's also viral and pathogenic poisons that we're dealing with. So we understand that piece really well. And it's really powerful to think about how you're going to walk through life, protecting yourself for the rest of your life. If you know you have a viral condition, then what are you going to do? How are you going to progress? How are you going to, you know, because Risa, I love you too. Thank you, honey. Julie, thank you for being here, honey. So it's really important to remember that yes, you can go back and eat foods that, you know, won't hurt you or, you know, feed your viruses. Like sometimes, you know, it's like fish and turkey. And he doesn't really say, for example, meat and animal food is not a no food. Like I want people to understand this. So you can go back and include at some points if people want to, you know, when you're better, you can bring some of those foods back when your liver's healthier. But if you're not able to right now, it's not a forever thing. So for some people it is, but don't eat the no foods. Like be clear on that. Those foods feed pathogens. And the worst one, he says, are eggs. So I keep talking about this. And I know some of you are veterans and some of you totally get it, but there's new people here all the time. And I want to explain that this lifestyle is so many aspects of it. Like I want to, you know, personally, I want to do for life. Like I'm going to be doing celery juice for the rest of my life. So are my kids. You know, I'm going to be doing heavy metal detox smoothie for the rest of my life. I'm going to be doing lemon water. I'm going to be doing aloe water. So those pieces you keep in, because at the end of the day, health is about balancing the odds in your favor. You know, it's not about, you know, being absolute. It's really not about being absolute. It's about balancing the odds in your favor. So if you're going to eat something that's not really going to support your health, and you know it's not going to support your health, then you want to balance it out by bringing the odds back in your favor. It's really an odds kind of game, right? I mean, think about it. You can, if you ate only animal foods, or you ate all the no foods, the things that feed all the pathogens, well, then you're not setting up the odds in your favor. You're going to be symptomatic. You won't feel good. It's going to make you feel miserable. And that's where people end up with doctors and doing blood work and all that. So when you start your healing, you want to balance the odds. It's like a scale, right? So you know, if the scale's tipped in this direction and this direction's like you're not feeling good, and this direction, you're feeling well, but that's low, but you're feeling not good is really high. And then to tip it in the other direction, you need to push back more on this side. So how do you push back more on this side? You go stronger on the detox, right? You go stronger on all the no foods, like taking them out. You just are more strong about those pieces until you feel better. And then when the side where you're like feeling good, when you're feeling really good, that comes up, then you can balance it out a little bit more. So it's a game of like, how do you play those odds, right? So I want you to understand that these are the things that I'm going to be talking about in the webinar in more depth, and explaining to you, how I'm teaching this and why it's important, and to help you understand that it's a lifestyle. Tegan, you're 100% right. It's a lifestyle. It's not a diet. And also, you can draw on pieces of it. You don't have to be doing everything at once. It's not a be-all, end-all game. Again, it's about shifting the odds in your favor. Remember, I've talked about a client that I had who could only have celery juice, bananas, and blueberries. And everything else she reacted to. So she had celery juice for 6 to 9 months before she could even get up and walk. And after that, she could. And my point is that even small changes can give you big results if you do them consistently over a long period of time. So the name of the game is not necessarily to be doing everything he says to do. I mean, isn't that just, can you imagine? That is mind-boggling information. So much of it. Lizzie Lou, the detox webinar is free. Are you all understanding this? Can you give me a thumbs up that you got what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to do every single protocol to get better, right? So there's so many people who will say to me that they get overwhelmed. They get overwhelmed by the little bit of information. They get overwhelmed by the amount. They get so overwhelmed that they don't know where to start. So this is the point I'm trying to make, that you don't need to do it all to be healthy. You need to do some of it, and you need to really shift the balance in your favor. There is no way anyone can do it all. Think about it. Like, if you're working a job, right? How many of you are working jobs? So how many, Havime says, oh, cool, so I don't have to do celery juice enemas. I really hope you're not doing celery juice enemas. I hope it's going the other way. How many of you have thought that, oh my gosh, if I don't do everything on this menu that he provides of things that you could be doing, that you're not going to get better, that you're not going to heal? So I want you to know that you will heal. There's so many ways for you to get better. And for you, there is a path for everybody. And everybody has a unique path. No path looks like another person's path. They're all different. And you have to find your path. And for those of you who listen to healing stories and you feel upset that you're not healing, like this person had a miraculous recovery, and oh my God, I'm not healing. Like, this person healed in a month. This person healed in 3 months. This person did it for 6 months, and look, they're so much better. And my point is that you're, first of all, you're hearing someone's story on social media. And while they may have posted that they're feeling a lot better, they may not be perfect. In fact, some of those are people I know, and I know their health is not perfect, so yes, they're better, but it's not all gone. They're still dealing with issues. And when you can look at things on social media, they're designed to inspire, but be inspired and be happy for that person, but just know that because somebody else healed, you can also have the path to heal. You just have to find your unique road to healing, right? So it does take the pressure off. That's exactly what I'm trying to say to you all. It feels so, I hear from so many people who watch the healing inspirational stories online, and they're like, oh my God, I had no idea that I would feel so bad watching somebody else tell them that they're getting better and I'm not. And I want you all to know, if you've ever had that feeling that somebody else is better and you're not, I want you to know, if you are doing the protocols, if you are healing, if you are taking the steps and being consistent, even if you're not being 100% consistent, you're still healing. Because if you look at the word health, Health, the first 4 letters spell heal. So that's what your body does all the time. It defaults to healing all the time. Even if you have a cancer tumor, your body's still healing you by trapping all of the toxic viral debris into a ball that cannot send it anywhere else. Right? So I want you guys to know, your body is always helping you heal. The symptoms you have are still a sign of your body supporting you to heal. The problem is that we don't know how to read our bodies. We don't know and understand the messages that they're saying. We tend to think when we have symptoms that my body's broken, that my body's not working, that my body is letting me down. And maybe we've heard those messages from other people and medical professionals, or you've heard, or you believed for a while that you had an autoimmune that was attacking you, that your body was attacking yourself. And we know that that's not true, but that takes time to unwind from our minds, our bodies, our souls. We have to really start to embrace the fact that even the symptoms that show up are our body taking care of us. Is our body taking care of us? It is allowing us and giving us signals and telling us, hey, you in there, knock, knock. I'm not feeling so great. Can you do something about it? Right? You've got a problem. Hello, Houston, we have a problem. Hello, Muneeza, we got a problem. That's how you have to approach it. Like, it's a signal, right? So I want you to always remember to take heart. Anthony has given us so much great information, not just on how to physically heal our bodies, but how to heal our souls. All the memes that I post on Instagram and on Facebook, those things that really inspire us, that come from him, that you have the right to heal, and have faith, you are healing. These are things that I post because I absolutely believe in them. And you work for God. No matter what you do, you work for God. And I'll tell you, I post those things because those have helped me get on the right path, right? They have helped me understand what I needed to focus on when I was not feeling like this was really working. And so everyone takes a different amount of time to get better. Everyone has a unique individual path to getting better. And you have to understand, it's not like once you start your healing journey, suddenly there's no more toxins, right? They're everywhere. They're around. They're here. And they're happening. So where's your armor? What are you gonna do to be like, no more. Not this time around. You have that power. You have that power to take charge of your life and to stop the toxins, to stop, reduce the effects, get them out of your body. There's so much you can do. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? What Anthony has done has given us the power. He has put the power squarely back in our hands to make the difference we need to make in our lives. And then when we make the difference in our lives, we start sharing it because we can't help it, right? We're like, wait, you don't know. Like, I started doing celery juice and guess what, right? You get so excited. You're like, and you see someone who's not feeling well and you're like, wait, you gotta do this. You gotta do this because it really works. And this is what I want to remind you, because human beings need reminders, right? We forget. We live in our little world. We live in our bubble, and we forget that we're on the right track. We forget that we can heal. We get so caught up in our pain, the pain in our bodies. We get caught up in the pain of our souls. We get caught up in all that. And so having a community, having a group, and getting the right people into your life who can see you, who can support you, who understand what you're going through. And I know if you don't have this in your personal life, you have it on social media. All you have to do is plug in Instagram, and the Instagram community, medical medium community, is so strong. It's so connected. And the Facebook community is also connected, but a little bit more broad because Facebook's just like that, right? But if you want to find that support, you can get it. And yes, Team Celery Juice, that's a hashtag going around on Instagram. It's so cool. Like everyone's on board. And, you know, so Nicole Fallon, I know you're asking for support. You'll be getting it. I'm sharing something amazing on the webinar. Check it out. It's a surprise for you guys. If you haven't signed up, the link is in the pinned post on top of this live. So go and, you know, yeah. So Ken is like, you know, yes, Instagram keeps you going when you're down. Yes, you need a community. There's so much love there. And, you know, we are working on creating a community too, like a really permanent one that's not on social media that you can join and you can be supported and be a part of something bigger. So there's a lot of cool things coming. It's why I've been kind of quiet, because we've been working behind the scenes trying to get all this stuff done, trying to get it out to everybody, and want to support you in bigger, deeper, more powerful ways than we ever have been able to before. And so the webinar is coming. If you haven't signed up, it's on April 29th, Sunday at 4 p.m. And the reason it's at 4 p.m. is because I went online and I checked which time zone captures every time zone. So it's good for people in Europe, it's good for people in Australia and New Zealand, it's good for people in Africa, it's good for people in the Middle East, it's good for people in India, it's good for people in the US, obviously. And so it covers every time zone. So I know I have so many followers from so many different time zones and so many places across the world. And I want to share with you that hopefully is a time zone where we can capture everyone, because everyone says to me, oh, you're doing it at a time I can't come live. Oh, you're doing it at a time I have to. So because it's so important to show up live on this one, if you don't know why yet, go sign up, because you will know why it's important to be live on this one. So we planned it so that you could be. All right, so every time zone could be live on this one. So I hope you guys are, you know, understanding, you know, what I'm saying about detox and what I'm saying about why this lifestyle is so important and what is the power of detox, the power of support. It's so life-changing. And all of you know, when you're on social media, you know that you're on social media for one reason. Like, we don't come on here for the drama, right? Who does that? We're coming on here because we get the support, because we get the love. Hey, Savraj, how are you? So it's just a really powerful place to be when you look for that support. And so many of you are saying it's important to get support. We're about to, the webinar is going to be, you know, the lead up. We're going to be talking about my upcoming cleanse that's starting in May. And if you want support, come to the webinar, because you're going to hear all about it. And I want to share about intuitive detox, because intuitive detox is something that I came up with last year. And it's really about understanding your own intuition, and how do you activate your intuition, and how do you really delve into why that intuition is important. Like, what drives you there? Hey, Connie, hi, love. If the link is not working for you, I'm seeing some comments, email team at muneezaahmed.com and we'll help you out. Okay, so, oh, Nicole, you're so sweet. She says, so amazing. Thank the heavens for Anthony and Muneeza, myself, and so many would be lost without you and the MM circuits. The MM circuits are the bomb. Like, the online support, the beauty of that is really amazing. So if you are struggling and looking for support, if you are new to this, is there anyone on here who's new to this, who hasn't been around for too long, who's been doing it for a short amount of time. Maybe you've never heard of Anthony. Maybe you've just heard of Medical Medium. Maybe you've never heard of me and you're just on here for the first time. You know, let us know and we can plug you into people. I can tell you there's so many people on here right now on social media who would love to support you and love to get you help on any way that they can through social media to help connect with you, to help. I mean, the helpers out here. Hey, Sue, you're new. So Sue, do you have an Instagram account? You should definitely sign up for Instagram. And if you Google or search for the hashtag medical medium, there's so many people on there. And there's women on there like Savraj and Shweta who did this live this morning that I happened to like catch. And oh my God, they were like sharing their personal journeys with you all on social media. People were asking them questions and they were giving of their own time. You know, they're mothers, you know, one is a mother of 4, one is a mother of 2, and they are busy and they're doing their things in their lives, and like to show up to support you guys, it's a big deal, you know, that they do that. So Jan Lakey, you've been doing it for 2 months. Tegan, you're a few months in. Yes, Connie, saves your life every day. Yes, so, you know, you guys definitely please get on Instagram if you haven't already, because the stories on Instagram show you what people are making. You get recipes. I mean, like I get recipe ideas from people there. They're so much fun. Kristen, welcome. It's so great to see you here. First time catching my live, you know? So if you want more support, definitely check out the Instagram community. It is really, really great. And also Anthony does lives on Instagram. So you know he does lives on Facebook, but hey, if you can catch 2 of his lives instead of 1, why wouldn't you, you know? So get an Instagram account if you don't have one already, because it's really, really amazing to be able to connect with them. And, you know, another helper here is Ichota. Ichota did, and Siraj, Ichota, and Shweta all did my mastery program. And they are out here sharing their love, sharing their stories. Susan Wolf is on here sharing her love, sharing her stories. I mean, I'm just looking at the names who showed up, and, you know, there's just this amazing, beautiful strength in our community. And, you know, connect with the women that I'm mentioning. I mean, if you want their Instagram handles, like Ichota is Healing, I think there's underscores in there somewhere. And then there's Foods in My Kitchen and Mindfully Vibrating. They have great accounts. Those are the top 3 that I can think of right now because they're right in front of me. But, you know, if you have an Instagram handle that you are willing to like support new people with, please, please, please drop it in the comments so that people can go back and find you. And and there's Homegrown Healers, right? They're right here. Alexis is right here. That's amazing. Alexis and Jimmy, you got to check them out. They have really powerful lives, really powerful messages from their healing, from dealing with doctors, from understanding how to deal with blood work. They have stories about dealing with their family members who've been difficult with them or not treated them with the greatest of respect. They have stories about what they had to do to get better. You know, so, and they're a great couple. You should check them out. I mean, I'm literally just pointing out the people that I'm seeing right now. I'm sure there's so many more of you. Please, 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 if you want to share and be supportive to other people, drop a comment and tell us your IG handle. It's such a great community. It's a Freeing Abby. Abby, there you go. See, I didn't connect. Sometimes I don't know everybody's name and who's who, but Freeing Abby is awesome. She shares some amazing stories. The Organic RN, Kaneen, is a member of our practitioner support group, Anthony's practitioner support group. Robin Schrock, Collecting Compassion. I mean, look at all you guys. Oh, Masha Hellenbrand is amazing. You guys should check her out. If you're new here, look at all the support that just showed up. Bam. You got it, right? So I'm telling you, this community is full of love. It's full of all heart. Ashley B, you should check her out. Soul Fruit Healing, Karim, and Ashley also did my programs. You guys should check them out because they have so much to share. And you'll hear real stories. Mara Mark, Healing Within Reach. Megan Haddon, From the Table to the Soul. If you are not catching these right now, go back when the live is finished. And you can fast forward and start catching everybody's comments, okay? And if you do more recent to start with most recent, these will come up closer to the top. So this is what I want to share. Yeah, Breaking Free with Whitney, For the Love of Right. Tara Tom. Tara Tom is another great one. I just want to share with everybody, you know, oh, Samantha Rask is Healing in Seattle. That's a really, really good one. And, you know, you guys just look at how many people, they just showed up and they put up all these names that I couldn't remember off the top of my head. Healing is happening. Yes, so all of these support people, they're individual people sharing their journey, sharing their story. And I'm telling you, you will get support. You will get love. You will be, so if you're feeling lonely on your journey, go check out all the Instagram community. They're amazing. And, you know, if you want more support and understanding what detox is, the journey can be lonely. And I understand, you know, there's a lot of, you know, times when you feel like you may not be doing the right thing, right? I know every single one of us has felt that, because I have felt that, and I'm a practitioner. And it's easy to feel that because we are human and we doubt ourselves, right? And when we doubt ourselves, it's so hard to get ourselves out of it from within ourselves. Sometimes you need someone else to help you get out of it, right? Someone to tell you that you're on the right path. Someone to instill that confidence in you that you're doing okay. Someone to tell you, you know, this shit happens. Like if you're not feeling good, if you're having a flare, if something's going on, you need that support. It's so critical. It's so critical. I mean, I'll tell you, so many of you, I've mentioned my bite, and many people said, what do you mean your bite? So last June, right here on my arm, can you see it's slightly lighter color? And it's actually really raised. It's about, I would say at least 4 or 5 millimeters off the top of my arm. It's still raised. And I got bitten by a really, really poisonous spider. And I share this story because I wouldn't have been as healed as I am right now if I hadn't been doing my detox protocols just as my way of life. And, you know, I know that, you know, a couple of years ago, we went through a situation where my husband lost his mother. And again, if I had not been doing those healing protocols and detox protocols for myself, and I didn't know what to do, I would have crashed really bad. I actually, during that time frame, had a panic attack for the first time in my life. And I didn't know quite what I was feeling, but because I was in it and I'd never experienced one before, if I can recognize one in someone else, but I couldn't recognize one in myself. I had to have a friend tell me that I think you're having a panic attack. And so she came over and she just fed me lots of fruit. You know, it's as simple as that sometimes. You cannot even do that for yourself when you're struggling a lot. And, you know, to share my story a little bit more with you all, you know, I started off as a child with full body eczema, which developed into, I had bronchitis at the age of 4 months that lasted 6 months. I had tuberculosis at the age of 3. I had severe asthma by the age I was 6, and then allergies up the wazoo to like everything. And by the time I reached my teenage years, I already had a sluggish liver because I was overweight. And then by the time that I reached my 20s, I started to have really big ups and downs in my fatigue. I started to have thyroid issues. I started to have really, again, being overweight issues. And I started to lose a lot of hair. I started to just go through a lot of different things. And the asthma was still there and it hadn't gone away. And there was all these respiratory issues that kept showing up. I used to catch every cold there was. I had gut issues. I had constipation. I had IBS. I mean, you name it. I had acne all over, you know? So it was, what you see today is me 90% better, right? And so you can look at me and it's very easy to say, oh, you know, she has a really great life and she has a really easy life and, you know, she looks good and she sounds good and she's smart and blah, 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 and all of that. But it's not been easy. You know, it's not been an easy path. And the reason that I share so passionately is because I know how hard it is to get better. I know what it takes to get better. We've all had really hard journeys and we're all here to be real with you and to be and to share from that place of deep, honest truth what it takes to get better. It's not a journey that will, you know, that is it's not a fluff journey, and we're not here to share fluff. This is about real stuff. This is about our healing. This is about our path. I mean, I got pregnant, and after my first pregnancy, I completely crashed. Like, I literally crashed. I had a fever the first week after giving birth, and my body was tanked. I had no energy to do anything, and I had a baby. I had no energy to take care of her. I had no energy to come out and do stuff. Capella, my flare has only happened because of my bite. I had reached a point where I was not flaring at all. And the flares have been ongoing since I've had my bite. So what I want to share is that, shit happens and life happens. Like, you're never going to know what it's so great to reach a point where you're feeling much better overall. But my point is that the armor needs to stay on. Do you understand why it's so important? Because you never know what happens. So I was working with a woman who, had worked with Anthony a long time ago. Then she'd come to me and she was doing considerably better, but not all the way perfect, but she started to eat no foods. And then she had another relapse, and she had a flare that was almost as bad as the one she had before she met Anthony. So my point is that that armor, you have to balance it. If you're going to eat something that's not good for you, then you have to balance it by bringing in more stuff that is. Like, it's a balancing game. So do I still have flares? The answer is yes. But I'm much, much better overall. Like, if I didn't have a poison in my arm that has gone into my liver, that has gone into my lymphatic system because my body's trying to get it out, well, then I wouldn't really be having that flare, but that poison has triggered so much more within me. But I know that over time, I will get it out. And over time, I will recover. And, we just have to really dig deep and find our truth. Because, the other day I had a thought about, well, maybe I'll do some, I had a craving for gluten, which I haven't had in a long time, but I'm also doing fat-free. So it's probably releasing some old toxins, right? Some old gluten that I had eaten a long time ago. And so, that craving came up, and I'm like, wow, like, I could look at it and say, I'm probably not going to go there. And, we've had toxins from, let me tell you something else. This is a really important point. Our bodies are very forgiving, very forgiving. It takes us years to get sick, but we can recover in a matter of weeks and months, right? And a few years rather than decades. Let me tell you something, that when I was at my sickest, I had just moved to America. I didn't know how bad the food was here or the environment. I was eating the normal food that I'd eaten over there when back home, which was Pakistan and Dubai, where I came from. And I was sick. I was in the ER 8 times the first year I was here, with asthma attacks and allergy attacks, and but the doctors didn't know what was going on with me. I ended up on more drugs while being here, and I wasn't opposed to drugs because I'd taken drugs my whole life. And then I reached a point where I kind of was done, and I quit my job, and a friend gave me this book that was all about inflammation, and she said, read it, really help you. So doing that, I quit sugar, dairy, grains, meat, and eggs overnight, right? Overnight. I don't recommend that ever at all. I did not know what I was doing, but I did it because I was desperate. And within 2 weeks, I stopped needing my drugs. People, listen to that. It's dramatic. 2 weeks, I stopped needing my drugs. And I'm saying this because your body's forgiving. I had taken most of those drugs since birth, and I recovered so fast from, not completely, But oh my God, that's dramatic, right? Suddenly you don't need drugs anymore. That's huge. And of course, my healing journey had just started. And so I started to go up and down, but then I had a fever that lasted 30 days, 102, 103, every single day. And it would go down to like 100 or 99, and it would come back right back up. And everybody said, oh, that's that stupid diet that you're doing. You've got to stop. I mean, I basically went vegan overnight. I didn't know it, but it was vegan with little to no fruit. But even that was so incredibly healing because I cut out all the other foods that were hurting me. And I didn't know it. But, you know, this book talked about inflammation. And anyway, so I cut it all out, and I kept off it for 15 months. I did this, and I was been told that I would not get better. I was told that I would be asthmatic for life. I was told that my allergies would be there for life. You know, I have a super crazy allergy to cats. I mean, like, super crazy allergy to cats. I could be in the presence of a cat, and within 30 seconds I would start wheezing, and I would be like, like that was my asthma kicking up, right? Now I can be around cats and have this reaction, 0. Healing is possible in all kinds of ways with the right information, with the right knowledge. You can totally turn your health around. And thank God that we have that. We are so grateful to have Anthony here on earth. So so then I went on, so I had this crash, and I knew enough about nutrition because I'd already gone to nutrition school. So I started to eat more raw. I started to bring in those things that I knew, started to feel better. You know, I've always felt better eating raw. That's just my thing. And it's a diet that really suits me. And then I got pregnant again, and I was eating less raw while I was pregnant, but I got pregnant again. And then after that pregnancy, I went up to, like, I put on so much weight without changing anything that I was eating. I literally put on so much weight. And I was like 190 pounds, right? Really heavy. Heaviest I've been in my life. And after that, I went all raw again. I went 100% raw. After 6 months of giving birth, I went 100% raw. And I broke out in full body eczema. You know, you people ask me, so many people come on the phone and say to me, I started this diet and it's on MM protocols and I'm breaking out. What is going on? People have been there. You know how long my eczema lasted? Because I did not have the right information. 2 years. That's when I met Anthony. That's when he came into my life. And after being on his protocols, my eczema was gone in like 4 months because I had stayed 100% raw. And he told me a few things that I needed to tweak. And then I got pregnant again. He helped me throughout my whole pregnancy. I mean, like, I've never had such a good pregnancy. That third pregnancy was amazing. I was healthy. I came out of it. I was healthy. I felt so good. You know how much I weighed after I gave birth to my daughter? The third one? I weighed 140 pounds. So much had healed in between. And this whole weight thing, like, people don't believe me when I say I've been heavy and I've been low. I've been down to 110, I've been up to 190, I've been the whole gamut. You have to understand that that can happen when you heal. Your body changes all the time. And that's the other thing. You're always moving, you're always changing, you're always moving towards the next thing. And your body is never the same. 2 days in a row, it's not the same. So you cannot expect it to be a steady thing, right? It always shifts. It's always moving. It's always changing. And it changes with women. It changes with each period you have, your moon cycle. It changes with each pregnancy you have. It changes with your postpartum experience. It changes so damn much. You've got to understand this, right? And I mean, I share my story because, I mean, it's still ongoing, right? And then now I just had a bite and the whole story changed again. And so I keep writing it. Like, there's more to this story. It just doesn't stop, right? So it's, I've been doing this for 10 years, not medical medium. I've been doing a journey for 10 years with natural foods to get better. And the longer you do it, the more deep-seated the toxins are that come out that you wouldn't even be able to get out in 2 years. And the 10 years that you did it in, that I've been spending, is still a fraction of almost 4 decades of my life, right? And I've been sick since I was a baby. So my point is that it's still only a fraction of your life. Don't think that you've given everything up, that all is lost, that you're depressed because you have to eat this way, that you're losing out. If anything, you are gaining more and more and more each day you eat and not feed pathogens. You win every single day. And if you eat something that feeds the pathogens, as long as you're not feeding the pathogens most of the time, you still win. Even if it's 51-49, you're still kind of winning. You may not be winning as much as you like, but you're still kind of winning. Do you see me? Do you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? It's, Kara, you've been sick since a child. Yes, I know, I get that. I get it. It's sort of like the people who are sick their whole lives. We kind of know that that's what to expect, right? We've always been kind of the ones with the back foot. And like right now, I get really excited when I'm healthy. I'm like, oh my God, I'm feeling so good. This is so great. And I don't take it for granted ever. And I know you guys don't do, because if you've been sick, you never take it for granted when you feel better again, ever. It's a big deal. And that's what I'm sharing with you. This is a real community. It comes from what you change. Absolutely. It comes from the things that you do that really will strive to make a difference in your life. And you will make a difference, and you are making a difference. And every single day that you do something good for you, it's helping you. Anthony says, if you are, if you're like 80 and you ate a mango 3 years ago, that's still going to help you. Can you imagine? Can you imagine a mango from 3 years ago is still going to help you today? Well, then what if you ate a mango yesterday? Or you had your heavy metal detox smoothie, and you're having your celery juice, and you're having your lemon water, and you're having your supplements, and you're not eating no foods. I mean, oh my God. Can you imagine? You're stacking the odds up so high in your favor. Like, don't ever believe you won't heal, because there's no way you cannot. There's no way you cannot heal. If you're eating the right foods, you will heal. It's a matter of time and a matter of finding the path that works for you in the right quantities of supplements and the right types of foods, the things that don't trigger you. Healing, so you have to heal your gut, you have to heal your adrenals, you have to heal your liver. That's a lot of shit to heal. You cannot do it overnight. Your body will do it if you support it. It will slowly start to bring you back into that balance. It will slowly start to bring you back. You guys know, like Trish is saying, more good days than bad, right? You're winning. You're winning. You have more good days than bad. The bad days don't go away. They don't always completely go away. And if Anthony's asking us to keep 10% of EBV in our bodies so that it protects us against a more aggressive strain, well, you got to remember that, right? You got to remember that that's in you. And so if you start eating eggs, well, then guess what you're doing? You're giving it food. And one time may not make you feel bad. 2 times may not make you feel bad. But even if you didn't do it every day, if you did it once a week, if you did it once every 2 weeks, right? Why? Because eggs stay in your body for like 15 days. So if you did it once every 2 weeks, it's like eating it every single day. And it stays in your body, and then you're giving that food, but you're not realizing it. And then boom, you get a viral flare. And a lot of people don't get flares by eating eggs. A lot of people get flares anyway, right? You get flares anyway. And that's because the viruses find food already in your body from years ago, or toxins like heavy metals or pesticides or something that came up from deeper inside of you that you're releasing, and it found it, right? And you got a flare, or you got stressed, right? You got stressed by something. Like my bite was so stressful. I mean, I had a paralyzed arm for 5 months. I was in so much pain. And the only thing that I could think about the whole time is, oh my God, this pain is going to trigger my adrenals. This pain is going to trigger my adrenals. And it did. But was there a way out of it? Not really. I had to take Advil to calm the pain down so that I wasn't triggering my adrenals constantly. And there's a place for medication, right? There's a place that we interact with the Western world because it's life-saving. And sometimes with too much pain, it is important to take some medication so that you can calm the nerves down, which is more important than not doing it. And this is all the things that I want you to understand, because it takes a lot it's a lot of information. It's a lot of stuff. It's a lot to understand when you're new and going through it for the first time with no support. That's shit hard. And what I want to share with you is that we're here in a community working together side by side. We're here with compassion before anything else, and we're here to support you before anything else. And that compassion is what I share with you today. Just know that there is a path for you and that you will get there in time. Get the right support, get the right information, get support from a practitioner if you have to. And that's why I do these webinars, so that we can get people together and help them to understand what it takes to get better, right? Because we can forget, or we don't know the path because we've never been on it. You can't walk a path confidently that you've never been on before. It's full of doubt. It's full of wonder. And you're like, I'm not sure I'm doing this right. You wonder whether it is right for you. So support is so critical, so critical. And yes, working on your emotional healing along the way is so super critical. And it's because it affects your adrenals that affect everything else. I mean, I talk about this in Mastery. It's a big topic. It's an important topic. But guess what? In the cleanse that's coming up, we're going to delve into all this stuff. And you get to ask questions, and you get to have your questions answered. And it's just, I love doing it. I love sharing with you guys. I love inspiring you. I share the story with you so you don't know that I'm just talking about fluff, right? This is not fluff. I've been there. I've struggled so much, just like all of you. I've struggled, and I haven't fully overcome, but I know that there's a path, and I know that we're walking together. And guess what? Just as much as you guys, well, Michelle, I do it in Mastery, which is a program that's in the fall, but we'll be doing it to a smaller degree, but pretty large degree, even in the cleanse. And you can ask if you have, there's lots of people here who've done the cleanse. You can ask them questions about it. And I will be doing more lives if you have more questions about what the program's like. There's a lot that we share. There's a lot of Q&A that we do. There's a lot of, like, the Q&A support is what people love the most. And that's from feedback that people have given us. So we have a daily Q&A thread, and it opens up every day, and you get to ask as many questions as you basically want in there, and we answer all of them. So, I just want you guys to know that there is a way forward for you. If you're new here, if you're struggling, even if you're not new, even if you're a veteran and you want more support and you want to do this again, and so many people come back because the support in the community is so amazing. And you don't have to be all raw. You don't have to be even all plant-based. You don't have to be anything to come on the cleanse. You just come as you are, where you are, and we meet you where you're at, and we help guide you step by step on what you need to do. And you'll be inspired by the people around you, and you'll be inspired by people's stories. Is there a date for the cleanse yet? It's coming up. Sign up for the webinar. That's where you find out. Please go. The link is in the pinned post at the top. If you haven't seen it, it's I'll post it here again. But if you haven't signed up for the webinar is free, and we'll be sharing more love and more power and more detox information and more of all of this. In the webinar, we'll be really getting into more detox stuff, which is powerful to know. And I am excited, so excited to connect with you all again. It's been amazing. And you know, just as much as you guys tell me that I inspire you, you have to know you all inspire me. I mean, literally, you know, it's an energetic exchange. So when I show up and you guys show up and you putting your all into this, and then you take it away and you share with other people, like literally, you know, Ichota posted a text between her mom and her, and she'd been working with her mom, and her mom is now not constipated, and she'd been working with her mom. And it made me so proud to know that, you know, all these people take this so seriously and they take it so to heart, and they get the confidence to go out there and to help others and to help themselves and to have the confidence to know that you're doing it and you're on the right path. And sometimes if there's nothing else that you get out of it, I mean, of course, we give you tons of recipes and a guide, and with this time we've added some new stuff. It's going to be very exciting. But you guys touch my heart. You have to know, all of you who have done it and who keep posting and sharing your experience, you touch my heart so deeply. You know, Megan and Susan and Anna and Catherine and Trish and all of you who've been posting, Carissa and Maura, and oh my God, this is just, you guys, Carol McAllister, you know, you guys are just amazing. And Darcy, you were taking care of your son and you kept believing in the protocol, and this amazing story. That's amazing. I'm so, Samantha, thank you for saying. Sandy, oh my gosh, all of you make me cry. But I love you all. I'm gonna end. And it was so beautiful to reconnect with everyone. And again, if you have questions and you wanna know more about the program, I'll be on here, coming on live again. If you have questions for our team at muneezaahmed.com. But sign up for the webinar, because there's a lot of cool info we're going to share there, and there's great surprises. So go, go, go. I love you. Good night, guys.